Welcome to the channel, guys. Thank you for stopping by today live with you, Lanelle. I hope you guys are having a blessed and beautiful day. I am having a blessed and beautiful day. Thank you guys so much. I would like for you guys to subscribe to the channel. I would like you all to help me so that my channel will be able to grow. I do appreciate each and every one of you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for those of you who subscribe, and for those of you who've been viewing and letting my numbers go up a little bit. I'm so appreciative of that. Thank you so much. All right, today I have a topic that is dear to my heart. I really wanted to talk about. As I said, I'm not an expert, but as I said, I live my life. And I think I'm qualified to offer some encouragement, some advice, and today what I want to talk about is honoring your marriage. I have been married, my husband and I have been married for 31 years. We just celebrated this week our 31st wedding anniversary. And I think I could, offer some advice, some encouragement, to people who just starting out or people who've been going through certain things, because, when you've been married this long, right? You have a wealth of knowledge, things that what you want to do and things that you're not going to do, and how you can go about, as I said before, honoring your marriage and making sure that, you don't do anything to hurt each other along the way and stuff. But I will let you guys know this, marriage is a choice. It's a choice, You chose this person and you chose to marry that person. Okay, and what you have to do now is choose to stay together and be a married couple and be respectful of each other. I will let you know this. You see something? If your husband doesn't like something, or if your wife doesn't like something, don't do it. Don't do it to each other. Do not do, if you know that this is gonna bother him or that's gonna bother him, don't do it. What I've learned in my life after being married so long is that I love peace. As a married couple, you're gonna go through times where of course you're going to quarrel and you're going to go through times together, but my husband and I learned this. We make a two-hand circle. And whatever is in that circle, no one to get in or out. It's just between us two. And if something happened at the house, it's between us. Nobody's going to take it out there. Nobody's ever going to take it out there. So therefore, there is nothing for anybody to speak about that's happening in our home. It stays there. So nobody has anything to say. The worst thing you can do as an individual is meet somebody who is married, and I'm not talking about an unhealthy marriage. I'm talking about two people who is willing and able to work on the marriage and wants this marriage and know that this is the most important thing to them. And being good to each other, and I'm saying to you, be having each other backs. That's what's important. So to go out there now and it's you might go to a family or a friend home or whoever, and for them to come and say something to you about your husband or about your wife. Let me tell you guys, shut it down. Right away, you let this person know. Let me tell you something. Don't you ever speak about my wife. Don't you ever speak about my husband. That's the way you shut stuff like that down. And you let people know. I will never tolerate it. I will never ever tolerate you speaking about my wife or my husband because you know nothing about it. Sometimes I learn in life that you have to cut down something. It could be a little branch, or sometimes you might have to cut down a little bushel, but a lot of times you have to cut people off. If you want your little piece of happy in this life, you have to cut people off. And you have to let them know it's not okay for you to disrespect my spouse. Under no kind of circumstances, under no kind of condition. Once people know that, for instance, I said to myself, Ricky and Yolan is never gonna tolerate that. You'll never come with them kind of foolishness. You see, when a couple get together, they make a choice. And they chose to say, you know what? No matter what, we're going to honor our vows. When you stand up, you chose each other, get married, pastor say, for better, for worse, sickness and health. That's a vow you make to each other. So what you want to do, you want to honor that. The worst thing you can do as an individual is go out there and have somebody speak negative about your husband or your wife, and you stand there and you do not honor that woman or you do not honor that man. Let me tell you something. That thing is going to rip you up. It never had happened to us, but I know it had people who it happened to. Don't ever let anybody speak ill about your wife, about your husband. They have no idea what's going on in your home. And when they do not know what's going on, they make up stories. You know, people does these stuff. Okay, let's talk. We talk about that, and you know what I mean, you honoring your husband, honoring your wife, and you making sure you have their back. So whenever you know you come home, you could turn around and say, you know what, babe, today I handled stuff. And that's what you have to do as a husband and wife. In the home, you know, like when you're there, it's, you know, like you have to learn to honor each other by doing things for each other. Not looking at each other as like, okay, you do this and score up. No. She's doing this, you do that. You help her do this, you help her do that. You know, it's gonna have the kids. And sometimes the kids cannot take a little president over each other, but always touch base with each other. Babe, we okay? Everything is good? That worked for my husband and I over the years. You know, we have having kids, and sometimes stuff happen with the children, and we get a real, you know, busy with the babies and everything like that and stuff, you know. And then you have to come back and touch base with each other. Make sure that everything is going good. Guys, it's not like the big things, but you have to do things for each other. Just saying, you know what? I remember you, babe. Here you go. And you'll go outside, you might see a little something that remind you of, you know, of your husband or of your wife, you know. I remember my husband went to the gas station. One time, you know, they have these kitchens with your island flag on it, right? And I wanted one so bad of St. Vincent. I wanted one so bad. And when we went to the gas station, I couldn't find any. And my husband got one with his island flag. And I'm like, okay. And guys, that day my husband came home and he brought my flag. He went to the gas station and he saw my flag. Guys, I was so excited. It's something that cost $2, $3. But this is what I'm saying to you, is the little things. Because knowing that he went out there and you remember, yeah, my wife wanted one of that. It's just these little things that bring joy to your heart. You know what I'm saying to you? It's a good feeling. Having somebody love you and you love them right back. Having somebody think about you, knowing that you can share your life and your love with somebody and they have your back. Guys, let me tell you, my husband is my biggest cheerleader. Once I come up with an idea and I say, you know what, babe, you know, I've been thinking about this, the Spirit been showing me this, and the Spirit been showing me that, and he would be like, so why don't you try it? He is my biggest cheerleader. Let me tell you something. I don't need a crowd to say, hoo, hoo, hoo. He is the one who will let me know. And I am his biggest cheerleader. We are there for each other. Now we can look at each other when we just get started, when we just got married, and all that we had to do to overcome, so that we could have a little piece of happy to be married now 31 years and looking at each other. You see, throughout them times your priorities changes. It changes, you know. It's like before, you know, you wanted, oh, I wanted to make sure he's doing this, and now that you have overcome all of that and you get to this point in your life, okay, it's just friendship and kindness and all these things. It's like, wow, you know, now that we are older and we get to be like semi-retired in a sense, we get to sit back and look at certain things that we were too busy, like certain shows and things. Now we get to sit down and look at the shows now, him and I together, and laugh because we didn't have the time because we were busy working, taking care of the kids, and we couldn't look at certain things. But now we could sit back and do little things for each other. The things that I know he enjoyed eating and drinking, I would do it for him. He know what I enjoy. I love to make my home comfortable. You have to make your home a peaceful place. A place of calmness, that whenever him or you come home, that's what it is. Let you and your husband be each other peace. Don't listen to anybody when people come and they're talking and saying, oh, this, lock them out. Leave them out. I told you have to cut down branches in your life. You know how many branches my husband and I had to cut down so we could have a little piece of happy. I am telling you guys, it's a beautiful, beautiful feelings in life, having someone love you and you love them back, having a sense of peace, and you know what I'm saying to you, just calmness in your home and in your life, and knowing that you don't have to worry about what he's doing or what he's not doing. When somebody go out there and I'm doing something, and to know that they could think about you and call and say, babe, how is it they're going? How are you doing? These are the little things that I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying to you? I'm not, as I said before, I'm not talking about an unhealthy marriage. I am talking about a marriage where two people is willing to walk and do whatever it takes. Whenever you do each other wrong things, whenever you do something that is wrong and you do it or he do it, you say, baby, you know what, I am sorry. That is somebody who wants a relationship. That is somebody who's honoring what God put together. You know, they say what God put together, let no man put asunder. You can't allow other people to come in and destroy what you walk in on. You can't allow that. You know what I'm saying to you? You have to have each other backs. Be each other biggest cheerleader, as I said before. And you know what? I believe in you. And you know, I could see sometimes like in our first home, when we had our first home in New York before we moved here, we would do like yard projects, and he would say to me, I don't think we could do that. I'm like, yeah, let's try it. I think we could do it. And guys, it will come out so beautiful. We'll be so proud of what we did together as a team. There's a teamwork make the dreams work, and I'm telling you, together, once you and your husband with God on your side, and you decide, you know what? We are going to do this. We are going to honor our marriage. We're going to honor each other. We're going to be faithful and trustworthy, kind and loving, and all the other adjectives that they have to each other and for each other. Be there. Be there for each other. There is nothing, once you have the two-handed circle, there is nothing that anybody could do. You keep your business inside, as I said before, and you're not letting people into what's going on in your home. Of course, when people see you happy, they want to destroy you like a happy, but you know how to cut the branches down. Just cut it down. Anytime anybody start doing that, eventually I said to my husband the other day, I said, you know, since we got married, we ended up with a Charlie Brown tree. You know what I'm saying to you? But that's a solid Charlie Brown tree. Because before we had this big bushy tree where everybody there celebrating and everybody was around. But in order, as I said before, in order for you to get your piece of happy, you have to cut down branches. You have to limb and cut down branches. You have to get rid of people out of your life. The negative stuff, you don't need that. Do whatever it takes by God's grace, and eventually it's going to pay off. God is going to bless you. Once you honor your husband and your wife, God is going to bless you with what you asking him for. Put him into the center of your mind. Say, God will invite you in, and he's going to come in. And I promise you, he's going to bless you. You can't haphazardly do stuff. You have to do it where you respect each other. You know what I'm saying? You're there for each other. It doesn't matter, because remember, you're a team. You're a team. You know, you have your two-handed circle, and no matter what happens, you never allow anybody to get involved in your life. And both of you walk together. Say you're sorry. Do what you have to do and do it together. And watch God bless your marriage. And nobody will be able to penetrate that love and that respect and that mutual respect. That's what I'm talking about now, you know. It's the little things, as I said before. Watching my husband will do these little things for me, and watching me will do for him. It's like servitude, you know. He do for you, you do for him. But you're doing it out of love and mutual respect. Honor each other. Honor each other. If you can't honor each other in the home, how are you going to go out and do that for other people? Let me tell you. This time my husband and I have been married 31 years. And I so respect that man. I respect him, you know why? Because he respects me. But not only that, he has never done anything to me to make me feel like, oh my God, you know, because we chose, as I said, marriage is a choice. You chose to stick it out, the bad times, the good times, and then you know what I'm saying to you, you get to this point in your life, you can turn back and say, you know what, I appreciate you. You know why? Because you never did this to me, you never did that to me. So I'm here just stopping by today and encouraging you. If you're going through some stuff in your marriage, reevaluate and say, you know what, babe, we made that vow. Let's keep that vow. You know what I'm saying to you? As I said before, I'm not talking about unhealthy marriage. I'll have a topic about that eventually. But I'm just saying honoring your marriage. It's just being there. Don't let anybody talk down about your wife, about your husband. Pull them up and let them know. Don't you ever do that. But in the home too, both of you keep honoring each other and being good and being kind. I am here talking because I'm the product of a decent marriage. A happy, decent marriage. And I'm not saying we're perfect, but we're happy. In our own way, we are happy. Because you know why? We honor each other. We honor each other. We ask God for guidance and we honor each other. Now I could stand there, sit here as I could say. I say, you know what? We did it. We did it. We're building a base now so that the kids, you know, who are grown up and gone out in the world, as I said, we're grandparents. We have a home base that they could come back to, bring the grandbabies, bring the wives, and have all these dinners, and they could look up and say, you know what, Mom and Dad, you all made a foundation here for us. That is so, we are so proud of that, and we give God all the glory, we give him all the praises. Guys, we could have gone a different route, but you know what? Choice. We chose to love each other. We chose to honor our marriage, and we asked God, you know, just to keep us together, and he did. And for that, we are grateful. So today I'm encouraging you guys. Just hang in there. Just hang in there. And just keep praying. And God will give you your heart desire. Alright? Thank you guys for stopping by so much. Thank you guys for subscribing and liking and clicking the little bell so you'll know when I put a video up, alright? God bless you. And until we meet again, have yourself a blessed, wonderful, and a peaceful day, alright? God bless you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. God bless you. Bye-bye.